All right. All right. So what happened last night? What happened last night? Well, yep. And then but what happened? What like as far as the plan that I laid out last night for you guys, right when Asia started there? Exactly, right? So high move, yesterday's plan, if 7,500 held, we would look for rotation into 75.39, and then if 75.39 bid, we could try for 75.78, right? So the low of the day was basically 7,500, and the high of the day was 10 points shy of that at 75.68, right? So what did we do last night, right? We pulled under, we sold down to our 19 support, right? The level before 7,500. London came right down into 7509, the level I'd laid out, 7500 to 7509. It's the bottom tick of the London session. Where did price go on London? Where's the highs of London? The 7539, right to the level, right? So it right. So I know, well, A, it's the start of our reversal zone, right? But B, I know from the months that we've been trading around here, I know when the bids will start. They will start bidding at 7509 from previous bid activity. Sometimes we don't get to 7500, right? We get to 7509 or 75.5, and they put the bid in there and we bounce, right? It's also how we come in, right? If we come in on a really negative slope, or like a really strong slope, like yesterday, we weren't going to get to 75, 78 because of the the slope, right? We were most likely going to hit 68, and that was it. But if we're on a really low slope, then I don't look for 7509. I look for 7500 to trade. Does that kind of make sense? We talk about that all the time. Just the slope and what levels, what to expect into certain levels. We can get into that. Yeah, we can dig into it more at the meeting here. So, um, but yeah, so we sit down, we look. The main thing I look at: what did Asia do? What did London do? What levels exactly did they trade in our system? Okay, they bid 79 exactly, and they sold 75.39. Okay, I'm not surprised, right? So we're either going to come down here on some weakness. We got a busy morning of news, right? So we're either going to push down here right away and go test those lows into 7509, test our 7500 macro. We'll dig into there hopefully and see what the tape looks like into there, and it'll be the exact same game plan as yesterday. 7500, if it holds, look for 19 first, 19 and a half first, and then see if we can rotate up to 39. Right? What happens if 7500 actually gives way today? Yeah. Yep. Yep. 74.81 and a quarter, and then down at 74.61. Absolutely. Right. But we'll have to see what happens as we come into this entire reversal zone. So 7509, 7500, 7490. We really want to watch the tape into there and see how price reacts, right? Hopefully we get down there this morning. We sell weakness and hopefully we take a trip into there and go have a look. As far as the NQ, I got to see where it goes in relation to those levels, right? We could drop to 30,180 or we could shift down lower and 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 go lower in relation to the ES. So it's always the ES first, right? ES first, and then I see what levels are hitting on the NQ, and then we can form our plan around that. So for me, it's always easier to plan with the ES because it's much more liquid. Like the NQ can move 80 points up, 150 points down in the first fucking 5 minutes. So I don't like looking at the NQ until main levels hit on the ES and start closing, right? We got to trade levels. But that's about it, man. I mean, we got a busy morning here. 9 o'clock. Oh, sorry, 9:45, 10 a.m. So we got some pretty jam-packed thing of news going on here this morning. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. Yo. Mm-hmm. 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 That's normal because when the bell goes, you just let it take the trades, right? Yep, it does. Well, so this is stuff we reviewed before. So usually what I do is, okay, if we come down to 7,500, right, and we hold, well, my plan is to rotate up to at least 75.19. So what happens if I get a short setup at 75.09? Am I taking it? Yeah, I'm not gonna let the bot take it, right? I'm gonna stick with that my planning until that area shows me it's invalid, right? So, so yeah, so I always give my chance for my plan, my trade plan for the day, for the bull side or bear side, wherever we're opening to work, right? Now, what happens if um, let's see here. What if I get a long signal at, I don't know, 34? We're closing under 39. Am I going to take it? No, I'm gonna stay with the short at 39 until the bulls can get that auction over 39, right? So, um, that type of stuff, right? So it's always plan first, man. Plan first before everything, and then, that's why we always said from day one, like, don't just set it and forget it, right? But I mean, you can, right? Mm-hmm. Right, right, yeah, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So I will miss trades. Um, I will miss trades because of that, right? But I will save myself losses because of that. It's all just a balancing act, right? It's all just probabilities at the end of the day, right? So at the end of the day, the whole goal, bot trading and everything else that we do, can we take our 2-3 hour out of the market every day, right? Even 1.5, 2 hour, all right? Can we pull that out of the market 75% of the time? The answer is yes. Our levels, trading, how we trade it, everything will give it to us every time, every day, right? So sometimes, the bot is going to take some fucking trades that are really, really uncomfortable, but they work, right? And that's what we talked about at the very, yeah, and that's just it, right? Sometimes, as soon as you get filled on that order, you're going to get stopped out just because of the context of it, right? But sometimes, it just works, right? And that's the beauty of mechanical robotic trading in our system. It's so easy, right? You just got to let it go through the motions, right? So it is what it is, bro. Right? So yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a struggle to be like completely hands off and just let it do what it does all day long, right? But it does what it does all day long really, 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 really well, right? So it's just a matter of getting out of the way. But I do try to put my plans. So I'm working on a new version of it. Um, it's a lot of work because I got to free up some slots to be able to interject this. But it'll be a full trade planning logic center, right? So you'll input your levels, the levels that we work off. Hey, I'm a bear into here. Don't take shorts from here to here. Only take longs from here to here. And you'll be able to work context into the algo, right? Which is really, really important. That's the next step. That's the only thing left to add, but I have to free up some slots because I can only have like 128 slots of options and we're already maxed out. So, which is crazy, but it is what it is. We'll get there. I might have to build it into a separate study that communicates with the algorithm. So, yep. But absolutely. Other than that, any questions? ready to go. So now we just sit and wait for the open. Hey, first 30 is going to be pretty hectic here. I really advise everybody to stay out and get some whippy here. So, um, yeah, patience as always. All right. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go top up coffee here, get a drink of water here, and I'm gonna. I'll be back here in about 7, 8 minutes. All right, brother. Absolutely. We'll see you in a few. All right. All right, folks, here we go. Oh, look at that. What a surprise. Where did we reject? Right off 75.39. What a surprise. So we're going to open in our chop zone here. So we'll watch 29.39.48. We'll just kind of see what happens. NQ coming down here to session lows, bottom of our reversal zone here into 224. Again, we want to be very cautious here this morning with news, right? Gonna get some whippy tape here, but look at that. 2 taps there, right to 75.39. What a surprise. What a surprise. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to go. Who's here? Who's on the old Discord chatty McChatty chat? It's just grip, man. Where is everybody? All right. It's all good. Imagine 15, 20 people just pile in here right away. Yep. Do. All right, man, I hate it when people message me, man, before the open. Guys in the room, anyone's listening, don't message me a minute and a half before the open here, man. Just fucking please don't. It's time. It's work time, man. It's time to get focused. Let's go. All right, so we'll see if we push down to 29 here. I think NQ here wants to shift down here. So if we pound here below 24 here right away, we'll get a nice little shift down here. We'll see if it drops to 180. We'll just kind of see what the open tape looks like here. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Happened just as I said it. Textbook, dude. All right, let's go. I'm going to open right on 29 here, right at the bottom of our chop zone. Let's see if NQ here wants to come down to 180. I mean, if we can get down to 127, that'd be even better here. Keep an eye on it there. But let's see. Let's see if they sell weakness here. People love to chase weakness. Or we're just going to hit 29 here or 19. Just go burp, all the way back up. So where's the 30-minute setup? So we got 30-minute setups there sitting at 75.39. But I don't like to take those. I don't like to take those setups into the cash session. So let's just see what the tape wants to show us here. NQ bouncing right off our 24. Look at that, right off 29.25 on the ES, literally to the tick. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see if they ram this right back to 39 here. NQ good selling, almost got to 175 there. See if we can get one more little push here. Get into it and see what happens. Come on, ES, there we go. Come on down, there we go. See if we get to 19 here. There we go. Very nice. There we go. 175 there on the NQ. Perfect. Let's see what happens here. Come on. ES here into 19 would be great. Let's see if we can bring the NQ towards like 127. That'd be sweet. But I think they're going to try to buy it here right at 19. Yeah, look at this. No offer there into 19. It's very early here still. We still could push through it. So we'll just give them a chance to trade 19 and see what they do. So far, we're just wicking right off it, man. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Just immediately bid, man. Right to 175, as I said before the bell even rang. All right, let's just see what you do. Tape's still whippy here. I wouldn't get into anything here in the first like 15 minutes here, man. Let them do whatever they're gonna do here. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we break 19 here and drop to 09. That'd be sweet. I'd love to see the NQ like down into 127 or down to 80. Be pretty sick. Let's see where you want to go. You want to sell at the open? Let's bring it on here. Let's let the first 5-minute close up here. Let them chase this down. Let them pound it. Let's see where they get offside here. So far, 75 holding up well here in the NQ. Look below 19 being supported. They really tried to slam it there on the ES at 18. Market said, nah. Brought it right back up on their ass. So nice. Very nice. You might be able to get a nice little quick scalp in here. 19 holds here on this first auction close. Remember, guys, we don't take open candles, right? We got to let shit close, let it trade. You're going to miss shit. It's the open. Who cares? But levels are trading 19 and 75 here, right? ES and NQ. We want these levels to trade. You see a lot of people short here from about 25 here on the tape on the ES, and obviously rated about 220 here on the NQ. So obviously they're right above 200, right? 220. We talk about that all the time, how they place their orders around the $100 levels. Good morning to anyone who's watching on YouTube. Hello, hello. I don't know if anyone is watching on YouTube. But hello if you are. Happy to have you on here. There we go. Get below 19. Let's go. There we go. 127 got hit. Perfect. Let's see if we can go a little bit lower here. We could reverse anywhere into here. 127. We got room here to get to 3080 here on the NQ. We'll see if we can get to our 09 again. All right, 09 is a good level. You know, they like to bid this level before 7,500. That's why I gave it to you last night. It was the low of the overnight session. Not surprised. So let us get into 7509 here. We're almost there. But we'll start watching everything here as we come into these areas. We're both approaching into reversal zones here on NQ and ES. So let's see how we trade. Start watching the tape here as soon as we hit 127. And, you know, other people will join here at 7509 because it is overnight lows. You know, we have the level before overnight lows even traded. There we go. Boom. There it is. Now, let's see if we fall through here and push into 7500 or not. We're almost at 80 here on NQ. We're almost here. We're trying to get there. But I fully expect people to try to start buying here at about 7509 as laid out. Let's see what the tape wants to show us here. First 5-minute close here is coming in 20 seconds. I'm not buying it even if it holds 09 here, right? But you could just get a slingshot off here. I don't buy red closes that sell off 30 points or whatever. Let's see what happens. A lot of times we get straight V bounces off here. A lot of low slammers here below 13. You can see them here. Bids are trying to soak them up. So we'll watch the lower positioning here. Same with the NQ here at about 148. Ooh, I didn't like that new low. We'll see if they can sell through it. Bids are starting to come in here. We'll see if they can hold here. Very B-shaped here at the bottom. You can see the bids here. Volume starting to pick in here from 12 all the way to the lows here on the AS. So we're watching everything here. Let's watch it. Just needs a little push. There we go. There we go. There's 80 on NQ, what I tell you. There we go. Now let's start watching. There's 06. So we could hit the OS here and go boing. Market loves to trade this here. Loves to go right to 05.5 here and go doing. So we'll see if that's the case. Or we get one good strong push here. We smash into 7,500. But I think they're going to try to bid it up here. So new low, scooped up the inventory that was there. And now they're trying to pull up. we start bidding over 15 here, this thing can rip back to 19. So you got to imagine stops are probably about over 75.15 here, just by the positioning. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see what happens, sir. Everybody wants to chase some sells here into the bottom. I guess we'll find out. Everyone's just like, short the overnight lows. So everyone gets short here below 12, right? You can just see it on the position. You can see it on the tape here. Everyone just like short. As soon as we started selling here under like 13 here, everyone's like, oh, chase it. Here we go. What'd I tell you? What'd I freaking tell you? All right, let's see what's going on here. So let's see here now. Look above. Let's see if 15 kind of holds these stops. This is where I imagine majority of the stops are, right around over 15. Folks will sell probably into 19, so we'll watch this pullback if it goes up to 19 and a half, and we'll just see if they actually try to slam it there. But these lower shorts here, right around 75.15, they're going to try to hold those stops. As you can see, the top of that wick there is right at 16. So we got about 2 minutes to go here on this 10-minute candle. All right, so we'll see if it holds 75.09 here or not. We're probably gonna, if we go up, it's gonna be pretty quick here, right? I imagine a snapback will happen if it holds, and it's probably just gonna take off on us and not give us like a revisit. So just really watch the selling here. Right, they're chasing this thing lower, right? Do they have the juice here to keep it moving is the question, right? You can see how much selling we're doing down here into the lows. We're getting low. But let's see if they can do it, right? I'd love to see 7,500 tag, even down to 90, look below and then come back. But we're doing a lot of volume here from about 14 down here to the lows. So there's definitely some bid activity. We'll just see if they can hold it or not. Minute to go here on the candle. See that? See how start pulling up here. La la la, ba la la la, ba la 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 la. La 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 la. Now it's going to be a red 10-minute close. You're going to have to make a decision if you want to buy that type of bar, right? If we hold the level, it's going to be a red close. It's going to be a pretty short, heavy close, right? It almost tagged 80 right there in the NQ. But it can work, right? It can work. So let's see what happens. I think we got news here in 5 minutes, right? We got red folder. Well, what are they? Manufacturing. We got 10 a.m. We got manufacturing PMI. Okay, cool. Do have some news here at 10. Or sorry, at 9:45 here in 5 minutes. See how it just puked there perfectly, right? Just tapped 75.09 to the tick right there. Boom, there's 5 points. We'll see if it pops here over 15, rips back to 19 here now. See what I mean? Just immediate algorithmic trading. Now we'll see if they hold these stops, right? What we want to observe is, can they hold these stops, or this thing's just going to go rip into 19 and possibly back all the way to 29 here. We'll see how 19 trades here. And if they do stay heavy on this, the first pop like this works, and then they come back down to 09, and then they find the supply drops down, they drill it, right? So that pop was literally algo just boom, tap our 75.09 and immediately pop, but they're still fighting here, right? Good bidding coming in here now. This thing might take off. There's 19.5, what I tell you. So this thing might not even come back, right? And this thing might rip all the way to 29 or whatever. The only thing we can hope for is that sellers come in here and sell 19.5 and try to come back and retest overnight, right? We'd like a good close, directional close setup, and this would be on this 5-minute close if we can set it up, right? So we're scanning for, setups to actually hold, right? He has a really good tape on that 930 candle that came down, traded into 09. Just bids are just gimme. I don't know if we're out of the woods yet here. We'll just see how 19 trades, right? We could hit 19 and just drill it back down here to 09. Just got to be careful. As you can see, as soon as we get into 19, there's no bid, right? We just drop right off. So let's just see how this candle closes here. We got 2.5 minutes to go. There's still a lot of time left on this auction here. They could come down to 09, hit it, go down to fucking 7,500. Let's see. Sellers big time here, and there are 175 on NQ. Two minutes to go. Let's see what happens here. See if they close it over 19. If they close it over 19, people are just going to just fucking buy the next auction right away. There's good bidding here that came in here at 16, right where they got their stops. So they're trying to buy over the stops. You can clearly see it here on the delta. Very obvious. Let's just see if 19 sells here or not. If this sell has any legs here, 19 will sell, right? And push all the way back down. If we close with a nice, good, bullish bar here, right, off of our 09, then there's a chance that we can hold here. So this test of 19, you'd want to see the sellers absolutely drill this down, right? Automatically come up there and stuff push down again. Let's see. Minute to go. Let's see how this candle closes here. As always, watch the last 30 seconds, especially the last 5 seconds if we're competing for a level. That's going to be a pretty balanced close here, at least on the 5 minutes. It's going to be pretty much equal body, equal wicks here between 09 and 19 here. So there's nothing wrong with looking for the long here off 09 here, but just be careful. We got news here like printing right now. Here we go. I'll be very careful here. Might not see much more of a whip. You may get a bigger whip at 10. Let's see what happens here if they come down to 09 here again. Almost there. Come on, come on. Ah. Look at all the sells here at 19, hey? Really typical. Same with the NQ here, 175. Look at the sell. But the sells ain't getting nowhere here, right? They keep pounding on it here. It ain't moving. They're not getting the momentum that they want. You know what I mean? So sellers got to get cooking here to the downside. They can. They just got to get moving here. They got to stuff this attempt here to reclaim 19. If it reclaims 19 here, we'll zip up to 29.25 here real quick. Here you go. Here they go. Top of the offer here. Remember, we had an offer here right around 24, 25. We're almost into it here right now. And then as well as NQ here to around 220. So we're going to go up and test these higher offers. Oh, yeah. Look above. Let's go see what's there. Got any bid? You see how the bid just died there into 24? What'd I tell you? Let's see what happens here. Let's see if they can punch it through. See if they can get the auction over 19 and hold it. Only long setup we have right near is a revisit of 75.09 here for us if we come down to it. NQ went right into the offer there too, just above 200 there towards that 220. And now it's starting to see that supply come back. All right. Dun, 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 dun. 2 minutes to go. 2.5 to go here on this close. Let's see if they get this thing over 19 here or not. See if they can close over 19. 19.5, right? If they can't get the close, sellers will come in here, that 25 offer will hold, and they'll try to mash it back down here. But so far, Bull's doing exactly what they need to do. Kind of higher bid support there, sitting at 15 here now. So now what was being sold at 15 is now being bought at 15. So order flow switch. We'll just see if it holds. NQ, they're basically tagging the top of the offer there, right? 220. There we go, 224. Boom. We'll see if they sell it here. We'll just see what the reaction's like. Market wants to go. Bulls are punching at it. Let's see. Sellers got to step in here. There's really good bidding, man, through 16, 17 here on the ES. Same with 175. As soon as we got to 175 here on the NQ, look at that delta, man. 1232, 609, 222, 411, 320, 350 here right now spinning. 563 at the top. It's all buying, right? So that's a complete tape shift, right? All selling below, right? 15 on the ES, all buying above it. All selling below 160, all buying above it. Oh, yeah. $30 to go on the close. We'll see if we close over 19 or not. If we can't get the close, chance that we can rotate back to 09, or maybe they close a higher time frame, close over 30, like this 30-minute close, right? So we got 10 minutes, the last 10-minute auction here of the 9:30 open. Looks like they're going to try to go for the close over 19, try to bid it. So bid support's down around 15-14 on the tape. We'll see if we look below 19, if that support actually holds up, or we push lower back into 09. 2, 1. There's the close. Oh, what a surprise. They closed it right on 19.25. What a surprise. They'll probably just bid it right off the level here right away. Hopefully they sell it back down here to 09. I'm tired of these moves just closing on the levels, which they always do, and just see you later. Rip 10 points straight up. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, fuck. They're going to just push it, aren't they? They're going to go, aren't they? Yep, there's 5 points. There we go. 25 bids here. This thing's going to rocket here to 29 and possibly all the way back to 75.39. Fuck you. Typical algo movements, man. They know closing on the levels, right? They always close on our levels. This move has been prevalent here for like the last month. They close it on the level and then they immediately bid it, right, on a green close. So there we go, 29.25 hitting target. And we'll see if anything happens into there. But backfilling the entire move there, so everyone who chased the lows there got ran over as usual. Our reversal zone held at 75.09. And back to business here. Eight minutes here to the close the 30 here, so we'll just let the 30 close up. Maybe 10 a.m. news here puts us back to 7,500. Who knows? Or they're just going to send it right to 75.39. There's 29, tag the level perfectly. Boom, there it is. Now we, oh my God, short covering. Oh my God, oh my God. All right, and then everyone chases us hard here, and we unravel here, and we just zip all the way to 39. There's the open print. As soon as this market goes fucking green, watch the prints. Everyone will just be like, they'll try to market buy. People will try to sell here as soon as we get into 32 here. They'll try to sell. But if they ram this through 32, you're going to see all buying here on the tape. Let's see. I don't like this 10-minute bar, man. It's all faded from that push. Just open and drive. So I'm always sketchy of those things, but this market's trying to get back to 75.39. So we'll most likely come back there. There we go. There's 32. Open print tagged. Just one more little pop here will send us to 39. And then we'll see if 39 sells here or not. So that was the plan, right? 75.09 holds or 7,500. Rotation up to 75.39. And what's the bottom tick? Basically 75.07. Same with NQ. For the open, I said it'd be awesome to get 30,080 traded. That's basically the low tick of the day. And we almost got back up to our 273 target from there. So now we'll just see if we find some resistance here. It can pull back, but we're one time framing up. Bye, 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 bye. Market doesn't pull back on one time framing. It just keeps getting bought, keeps getting bought. So we're never in these moves, right? The open's always one time framing. Straight down, straight up. No retests. Our time usually comes later. But I'll let this 10 a.m. news get it out of its system here, and then we'll just kind of see what happens. All right, sellers are in there, rated open print. Pretty typical positioning here, about 2,700 contracts are slammed. A lot of buyers here rating the highs, man, into 31. They're going to try to push it here. Here they come. Watch the tape here. 560 here, rate at 31 on the buy side. Plus 572, 500, 572, 620, 601. Sellers hanging in there. Negative 2,600 here on the diagonal. So you got an offer here that's trying to dump here into 32. But if they start bidding this thing past 33, 34, it's going to rip. I'm talking about the ES here. All right, 4 minutes left to go. Lots can happen here, man. 4 minutes is a lot of time. Yep, 4,000 contracts sold there, right into 32, 4,600 on the bid. Very, very strong offer here. Everybody buy, and sell. Chasing the move higher. That inventory was absorbed, and you can see we're pulling back on them here now. Very nice. So we'll see if we backfill this 950 auction. This is what I'm worried about. Whenever I see these thin prints, I'm always worried about backfilling them, because we usually end up repairing them. We'll see how far we pull back here. We'll see if they hold 29 here or not. Like I said, there's still a lot of time left on this auction. So we closed over 29, right? We're pulling on the 5 minute. We're pulling back and we're retesting 29.5. So we'll see if this level holds, right? So we're getting a good retest of it here. Definitely some supply there from everyone who chased that move higher. So we'll see if they force it down here with stops or if they're able to bid the level. So you got a long setup there at 09. You got a long setup there at 19 and a half. We're just not coming back to fill those setups here right now. So, but we'll see what the news does here at 10. I wouldn't have any limits sitting out there at 10 a.m., but I can't control what you guys do. Just be careful. Who cares where it goes? Could rip, right? Could hit 39, then all the way up to 48. Or we could smash down here back towards 75.09. Let's just see what happens. Might not get much movement at all. So far, a 5 minute long setup is setting up here at 29. But just be careful entering anything at 10. Could just work. Could just tap it and go, right? Rip up to 39. Just be careful, guys. Minute to go. So this will be 3 long setups sitting there on the 5 minute, man. Nothing's come back to fill. So looks like we're going to punch this thing here into 39 for 10 a.m. What a surprise. 75.09 to 75.39, right? I'm not surprised. All right, 45 seconds. Oh, excuse me. 30 seconds. Let's see how this happens here. Watch the last 30 seconds here. So they go and close this thing right on 75.39. Watch this. 35, 36. 36. 15 seconds. Let's see if they just go pop, pop. 36. Oh, 37. 2, 1. Oh, just shy. All right, let's see if they just punch it through here. There it is. There's 39. Now there's a long setup there sitting right at 30. All right, 29.25, I should say. We'll see if it comes back to fill that. So far, 09 didn't fill. Pullback to 19 didn't happen. Do we get a pullback to 29? Right now, we're just one time frame, right? We can't get an entry. We can't get a pullback. So it is what it is. That's just how these auctions go. All right, well, we'll see if 30 rejects here or not. 39, sorry. Some good tape there on the NQ into 224 here as well if it pulls back to our level there. We'll see. Got to get a pullback at some point. Otherwise, we're just going to keep drifting here, man. 48's next. We'll just punch it through and go boom. All right, come on down to 29. Let's see if you can get there. See what you do here. People will try to front run this. They'll try to buy the open print here as soon as you hit 32-ish. Same with the NQ here into around 240. You have people that buy 250, right? We'll see if we can get down through that there into 224. But you'll have people that front run these areas because of the chart where everything's kind of sitting. Right, you see that as soon as we drop to 250, right? See the bid right there on the NQ? 1,187 contracts. I said, yeah, we'll take that. Thank you very much. We'll see if we can sniff 224. That'll be cool. See if we can get down in there. Come on. What are we doing here? We're just going to stall here. Man, can't even trade back here into the open print. Can't even actually even tag it. Just weakness. As soon as we got towards the open print there on the ES, it just stalled. Same with the NQ here. They're just coming into this 250, right? And they find bids here right away. Chart traders, buy 250. Sometimes it's enough to halt the auction, right? You can't get further in. Everything's kind of on top of each other here. It's kind of messy here to try to get like 24 traded or 29 traded. But we'll see. Price wants to trade our levels here, so we'll just see if they come down. Give it a chance. Right now, 39 is rejecting. NQ held that, man. They bid 250 there. Got right to the stop out level there below our 273, and they said, no, we're just going to bid it here. So there's good bids here all the way from 250 down to 224 here on the NQ. Can't get that level traded. I wanted to see if I can get down to 224, but still could. We're in our chop zone here, so just got to be patient. Tremendous buying here on ES here into 37.38. They're trying to buy it through. There's definitely sellers here trying to fade it. Doing here, first 5-minute close here coming. There it is. So it's a green 5-minute close here, but it held under 39, right? So I prefer to have red closes under the levels there for shorts, but it's still, the short could still work. But right now it's a very up tape, right? Dips are being supported. One time framing out. We haven't broken the low of the previous candle here since the open. That initial push down. And since we found the low there into 06, it's just been up, 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 up. So be careful in shorting. If they start bidding here past 42 here, they're just, yeah, look at this look at this tape here. Buy the new high, buy the new high, buy the breakout, buy the breakout. Look at these breakout traders. We'll see what the market thinks of this. It's strong. It's consistent, man. As soon as you hit 38, boom, 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 boom. So next stop here is 48. Zero pullback. Nothing will fill. So I got no fill there at 79 once it's set, or 09 once it's set up, no fill at 19 once it's set up, and no fill at 29 once it's set up. So who cares? Eventually it's coming back. Or we look for resistance here as soon as we get into 48. Could trade 58 and a quarter or 58 and a half. But I got no problem letting this move go. I don't really care about it. It's just the open move. It always sucks when you don't at least get a shot at it. But you got overnight highs here right into our top of our chop zone here at 48. So let's see what happens. You'll have sellers that try to take that on there. So let's give it a chance to trade here now. Since it's just going to go without us, that's fine. Let her go. Let's see what happens here. They'll start selling as soon as we hit 48 here on the ES. You'll see them on the tape. As they always do. Sellers coming in at 300 on the NQ. Very typical. $100 level. Sell. Just shy of our 334 there. About 10,000 contracts there. So we'll see if we push through that. Remember, market likes to look above those 100 levels, right? 17, 20 points above them. We review that all the time in the room. So we'll see if we can tag like 24 here, 25 on the NQ, top of our chop zone here. And we'll see if we get a reaction there too, alongside 48 here on the ES. But we are one time framing up, boys. What do we look for on one time framing? For it to stop. What do I talk about all the time? When we're doing this type of auction, what do we wait for? Nobody? Nobody? Well, what are the signs we look for it to do that? The inability to... Come on, guys. No. The inability to... Come on, guys, wake up. The inability to make a new high or make a new low if you're one time framing down. Okay, guys? Come on. Or finally break the low of the previous candle, right? Or the high of the previous candle. But we got a good chance to see it here into 48. So that's now a close over 39, right? So now let's see if we pull back and test 39, right? We just got to keep moving the goalposts up here and following price action, right? We've got zero chance to get fills. There's 3 setups here that haven't revisited to fill. Eventually it will. We're not going to one-time frame up the entire session. We're going to hit a top here, likely in towards 48, and we'll probably pull back. So just be patient. So let's go see them try to buy the new highs here in 48 and see what that looks like. There it is. Ask and you shall receive. Let's watch and see what the tape shows us here. See if it shows us anything. Bids moved up rate to 45, 44. Okay, there we go. There's 48 and a half. Now I'm going to start watching it here. I'm going to start watching it here and into 325 here on the NQ. Let's see what happens here. It can continue, right? We talked about 75, 58 here could trade. But let's see how this is treated here. Bum, 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 bum. Time's going kind of slow here this morning. I haven't said that in a long time. Good strong bidding coming in here. We'll see if we get to the OS here into 54. We got room here to get to 58. Let's see if it gets there. We're just drilling stops here, man. Everyone's like, fuck, it's not slowing down. But watch here as you come into 54, right? We look above the level. Let's see if we stuff here into that OS here above that 48.25 level. Same with 24 here on the NQ. Let's just see what it does here. Sellers are in here, 50 on the ES. We'll see if buyers can punch through them here and run their stops. A lot of people buying 50 here, man. Right at the highs, 3,000 contracts. So watch the tape here. Very thin prints here on that push through 44, and everyone's buying the very highs here. Watch these guys pretty close. You may be offside. Maybe you keep going to 58 here, but you might be offside here. Oh, what I tell ya? Oh. Look at the NQ there, right into where I said to watch it to as well. 324. Boom. Let's see if we pull down to 273 on the NQ. I'd like to come down to, I still like to come down to 220 here on the NQ if we can, but strong tape. It's hard to get a pullback here, man. We got to break the one-time framing here, this momentum movement. Till it does, it's just going to keep getting bid like on the ES, like 2-3 points below it. And it's just going to keep going here. See how it was bid right away? So we got to break a bid, right? We got to break something here on the upside for us to even think about pulling back. $40 minutes of straight buying, right? $20 seconds here to go on the close here on the 15-minute close and a 5-minute close here. We'll see if it closes over 48. It's probably going to be a tight close here. Let's see what happens here. It's probably going to be another close on the level. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just above. What, 2 ticks above? But nice rejection there on NQ off our 324. We'll see if 273 holds here, if we can pull back a little bit deeper towards 220. But any little pullback here, man, there's FOMO on the tape because there's FOMO on the tape because it's being bid so high, right? Nothing's broken to the upside. So if you don't want to chase these highs, which I highly recommend doing, not chasing it, but, because eventually this thing's going to pull back and it's going to go, right, and we'll backfill some. But if you are just trying to get in and just try to follow this move up, you got to watch where they place the bids every time, right? But we're getting pretty top heavy here, and that's pretty thin below us. But we'll see if this bids now at 48, then down to 44, and then down into 36. So we'll see if we can print below 48 here on the ES at all, and kind of flush some people out here or not. It's just being bid really freaking tight here, man. It's having a hard time. Bids are just rammed in here. 50 breakout, 50 breakout, right? That's what the bids are telling you here. They're piled in. But It's pretty top heavy. If they can't get this moving over 50, it'll start pulling back on it. Yeah, let's see. Watch this. Let's see what happens here. There's 250 there on NQ. There we go. 50. So 50, 70 points down there from my 324. We'll see if we get any movement here into 224. I'd love to see it there, but I might not get there. Right? They keep bidding it here as soon as it hits 250. Keep wicking off it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're not kidding about that 250 bid on NQ. It's very direct. They're just saying, hey, we're here. We don't care if you can see us. We're just going to keep bidding right here. So if I can see them, the market can see them. You know, it's very, very obvious positioning. Do, 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 do. Well, this might set up for a long signal here, guys, above 48. It is what it is. Not a single long setup here because we're one time framing up. Not a single long setup has come back to fill, right? At some point, they're going to start pulling back here and we're going to start hitting those, sitting those setups. But you just can't chase these things higher. You just got to let the market do what it's going to do. You know what I mean? Come on, start selling here under 48. Let's fucking pull this thing back a little bit here. At least into 44 or something like this, right? Go look into 44 and see if you can snip below there or not. Getting really top heavy here, but we can't move down, right? They're going to hold this close literally right on 48 and a half. Watch this. Watch this close here. 40 seconds to go. Mm-hmm. 20 seconds. They can close it above it and give us a. You're gonna have to buy the highs here. If you want to fill here now at 48 on this close, you're gonna have to buy the highs to get more highs. It can work. Nothing wrong with it. It can work. It's up to you. As always, I'm always worried about the pullback up here, but right now it's just being continuously bid into the highs here. And it wants to go higher. It really does. It's trying to get back up to 58, and we'll see if they drill new highs here past 54 and go. But just be wary when you're buying the highs like this. It could just. We found a double top, right? We found the inability to make a new high, but we'll just see if this holds up here or not. Sellers are trying to take over here. They're slowly stepping in here, trying to push down. Let's see if they can get it. They might just bid it right here, man. They might just hold 273 here on the NQ here now. It might get really tight. So far they are. They're holding it. Got a lot of shorts here at 300. So far it's holding. Yeah, they're going for new highs here. That's all you get, man. For right now. Oh, we got a lot of shorts here. 300 here to like 320. Oh, Jesus. My goodness, kiddo. My goodness. But it's tight. We're tightening up here. A lot of shorts here, man. As soon as you hit like 92, right, on the NQ. But so far, we're tightening up support there. It's 273. Let's see what happens here. We're definitely slowing down here on the tape, right? That doesn't mean it can't grind higher here, but the movement on the tape is fucking lethargic here now, right? This is what the ES and the NQ has been doing. Big move down, big move up, and then it just range dies. And then you really struggle. It's like to get your 5 or 10 points here on the ES, it just slows down. Same with the ES, NQ here. Getting your 1R is a lot easier on the NQ, right? Get your 25 points. 48 points is still totally possible, but it's like, it definitely slows down after the open, man. They do these big rapid movements and then everything just tightens up. But we got about 7 minutes here to go to the close of balance. So, you know, I would recommend just letting this auction close up. And then we have our information there for the rest of the day. Any questions, guys? I'll wrap it up here at the bottom of the hour here with you guys. I'll stay with you. Obviously, I'm texting the room all day long here, but I give my voice a break. I'm going for a solid hour and a half. I think I talk nonstop. A lot of info. Any questions? Everyone's good? Yep. Okay, cool. Well, what's up, Griff? What you want? Okay. And hello, anybody who's watching on YouTube. I think it looks like there's 4 people watching on YouTube. Wow, that's a new record. I personally think it's the best live stream out there because it's jam-packed with information. But if you want to learn more, just pop into the room, man. There's a free side where you can come and learn the order flow. We do a whole lot more on the other side, but you can come learn the basics and all this good stuff. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Four minutes left to go. Let's watch this last 5 of the 30. This is always like the thing you gotta watch, man. This is always the thing. How does the 30 close? This thing just wants to keep grinding here, man, at 58. Like, they're going to try to lift the offer here through 54 and just go, right? The only problem here, stopping the ES here from going, is all this supply here into 324 here on the NQ. They lift the offer here, NQ can rip here to 370, possibly up to 420 here again. But we'll see. We'll see if they can get it past. Right now, it's just dip after dip after dip after dip. Right, just continues to be supported. No pullback. Even if you want the long here at 48, it wouldn't have filled you here yet. So to everybody in the room, no change to the plan, right? That I issued last night. Everything's gone according to plan, right? 7509 was the low support of the night. That's what I gave you last night. 7509, 7500. We traded up to 7539. We didn't stop there. We're over 7539. What does that open? Well, naturally, inside day, market wants to go test yesterday's highs. Our level 7578, reversal zone starts at 7568. That's yesterday's highs, right? So it's a typical inside day. All right. So no change to the plan. So just give me 1 sec here, guys. To anyone watching on YouTube, again, thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe like and subscribe to the channel if you want, if you like my content. Appreciate you watching. But again, yeah, if you want to learn more, you want to learn how to read this stuff, all these numbers that are flying, this is just what I do. A lot of custom stuff going on there, coded in the room. I do a lot of stuff for the team here. And it's free. You can come learn the free side on the order flow side. And if you like what you're doing, you hang around and learn all the other crazy stuff that we do. So, but I just want to say thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good session. Hope you learned a lot.